we have another round of applause, please, for our Masters? I was thinking, it does occur to me, Hannah had a dog house. I think just a couple of years ago, I had a different dog house after 15. Great job, Hannah. We'll leave it at that. I'm up here now to introduce our Valedictorian for the 2026 class. Valedictorian this year, competing for grades, it was an incredibly tight race, some very high achievements, and it's my great pleasure to introduce our Valedictorian, Raju.
All right. Good morning, fellow graduates, faculty, and all of the friends, family, and loved ones that were able to make it out today. I wanted to share with you all a quote that I hold very near to my heart. When I was in elementary school, there was one thing that my father instilled in me that has stuck with me ever since. He said, "You decide what cool is." Now, I'll elaborate on that in a moment, but while you ponder it, I want to take a minute to thank the people who helped me and all of us get to this point. First and foremost, I have to thank my greatest academic competition, the guy who challenged me in every class, Brett Visser. I told you I'd get you in this speech. Now, on a more serious note, I want to especially thank my family, who have always stood by my side. Specifically, my two older brothers, who set the bar by becoming valedictorians themselves, and who would have never let me hear the end of it if I didn't. My family means everything to me, from my newest 30-hour-old niece to my 84-year-old Ava. You have all made me who I am. Even though we are a massive family, my grandparents willingly traveled nearly 300 kilometers to come see one of their 50 grandkids graduate. There are so many people to thank, like my mom, who selflessly made lunches for me and my friends every single week, and probably deserves at least half this diploma for keeping us fed. To my friends who made these years unforgettable, whether it was Corbin saying cappuccino presentino to Miss Zacco, or Red Sea spending a whole semester trying to catch Miss Hutchinson breaking her one person out of the room rule. Now, thank you to our teachers and our coaches for your constant guidance, patience, and understanding. And also a very special shout out to those who are only here to make sure we graduate and get out on time. Finally, I'd like to thank Ranko, or as everyone calls him, Rank the Crank, for graciously stepping down from his long-held top student streak to let me receive this award. Now back to my father's quote, "You decide what cool is." This may sound a little corny, and in his defense, this was his message for a 6 or 7-year-old Moses, but it is his meaning behind it that's so important. To make all of our English teachers proud, I have 3 points I want to share with you today on it. First, uniqueness is a superpower. Every single one of us has had times when we want to hide our true self. We want to blend into the background, or maybe even change things about us just to fit in. This destroys us and creates relationships built on a false version of ourselves. I've been privileged enough to have many friends in all different types of settings, and each group being very unique in their interests, humor, and so on. If you were to ask any one of them in 5 years what they remember most about me, it would not be all the times I followed what they said and did whatever they wanted. It wouldn't be the times when I acted like their exact clone. It would be the times when I was fully myself, regardless of what they thought. It was me wearing shorts every day, even when others thought I was crazy. It was me relentlessly quoting movies every time I spoke. It is our uniqueness that makes us special. Secondly, the experiences we go through shape who we are. You are all a very resilient group of individuals. Over our education, we have had to overcome a global pandemic, a provincial strike, and hardest of all, Mr. Montgomery's endless Simpsons videos, whatever they're useful for. We are constantly being shaped by the environment around us, but how special would it be to shape the environment around you? In my own life, I've been able to change how people see me, and so many opportunities would never have been possible if I hid myself. Finally, we lead those around us. You might forget this sometimes, but everyone around you is also living life for their first time, and they're just as nervous as you. They might just be a bit better at hiding it. One example of this that the Neerlandians out there may remember is in around grade 4 when I decided to start solving Rubik's Cubes. I pushed aside my fears of being called nerdy or being made fun of, which solving a plastic puzzle in less than 10 seconds doesn't exactly scream cool, but it seemed fun and cool to me at the time. And it ended up having a complete reverse effect of what I worried about, as over the course of only a few weeks, my new hobby reached not only a lot of my classmates, but the whole school. Now, that really changed how I viewed this. It changed my perspective, and I hope it does the same for you. You influence everyone around you way more than you can ever imagine. No one is going to judge you for doing what you enjoy, and more likely they will feel free to be themselves by seeing you act in your own way. When I was first told about this speech, I did feel a little awkward that I had to share a speech to pay homage to all the years of schooling we have had. But then I remembered that I'm just as qualified as anyone. Any of us could be up here, and none of us would do justice to the awesome uniqueness that makes us each special in our own way, and yet one big class. Now, this is the part of the speech where I'm supposed to give you some life-changing advice that completely solves your future, but honestly, I'm still trying to figure out how to cook my own food. So, what I can tell you is this: as you step into this new stage of life, don't forget who you are. Don't change yourself. Your individuality is what makes you special, and you are way more influential than you can ever imagine. Be the person that you want to be. Don't be the person that others want you to be. If anyone questions it, which they won't, just say, "Look, it's me. I'm here. Deal with it. Let's move on." That was a quote from Rhodey in Iron Man 2, if you didn't catch it. At my grade 9 graduation in Irlandia, I shared a Dr. Seuss-style poem, and I'd like to end this speech in a similar way, summarizing my message to you all, because why break a winning formula? Alright, here we go. As we move forward into this new stage of life, where we will face professors that bring much greater strife, employers as controlling as a wild class, and friends or lovers as secure as Alcatraz, remember the words that my father shared to a 7-year-old boy, young and quite scared. You decide what cool is. Yes, you hold the key to be the exact person you want to be. I tell you that we don't need to be ashamed, oh no, about the things we like or the way we pronounce espresso. Shape the world, don't let it shape you. Be yourself in everything that you do. Who knows who will follow your footsteps, whether or not the things you do make sense. You all did this, and that itself is a great accomplishment. You are resilient. Don't let anything make you less confident. As I bid you farewell, please remember all the fun times we had. Remember who you were and the joy that being yourself will add. Don't bow to all the different cliques. And congratulations to the class of 2026.
We're going to be handing out the scrolls in a few moments.